get into next.
To add to what you were saying, I know a lot of fans would be interested. If something came about, would you revisit that character?
Xena?
Yes.
Absolutely, I would. However, I've got to say that it has to be handed over. It's such a great role, and those two roles, such a great relationship, that it has to be handed over at some point to a new generation, and I would like to participate in fostering that through in some way. I don't know whether that would mean that I personally would appear in whatever it is, whenever, if ever it happens, but I would like to be part of, I want to make sure that it's done right, you know?
Of course.
So, I'm really proud of it, but I have no say over anything, really. There is somebody at the studio who is looking into it and wants, if we can figure out the right creative and figure out the legal of it all, then it could possibly go forward. That's, you know.
That's awesome.
But the creative's really important, right? Because if I'm not in it, and Renee's not in it, what is the show?
Right.
Like with Superman, it's the suit. You put on the suit, is that the show? Okay. These are my hardcore girls down here.
Yes, Miss Marilyn.
But okay, let's say in 40 years' time, okay? I'm 85. In 50 years' time, I'm 90. I really can't do the high kicks. You have to let it go. You have to let it go. But we have to do it right. And
that makes sense.
Anyway, we'll see.
I'm just glad that you're still invested in the character enough that you would want to.
Yeah, because I love those fans, and I love that role gave me everything, and I realized how terrible it was that we cut her head off at the end of it all. So we want to get the family back together, stick Xena's head back on. She and Gabrielle can open up a taco stand, do Steve Nicks impressions, whatever. Ted and Bruce will settle down, have a couple of kids, with a surrogate. And then hand it over to a new generation. Would that be okay?
I love it. Tyler, who do you have with you?
It's a leprechaun! Oh, tie. Or am I wrong? Are you Danish or something?
I think it's a steampunk.
Steampunk!
Yeah, I'm steampunk. Yeah, I'm wondering, Miss Lawless. Well, first off, before this panel, I didn't actually know that you weren't American because...
Thank you, darling.
Because in Xena, you do a really, really good American accent. So I'm just wondering, like, how did you learn to do that? Like, so...
One of those things that you do as a child. It's kids play. And of course, we heard a lot of American TV, and the Wonder Woman, and the Heart to Heart, and the Battlestar Galactica, the original. Those were things that were on when I was a kid. So, yeah, everybody used to practice doing American accents. Badly. Takes practice. Thank you, Sloan.
Tracy, who's the lovely gentleman?
Hi Lucy, how you doing?
Hello, good, thank you.
So I grew up watching Hercules and Xena, and it's actually really neat to see you pop up in Battlestar and Spartacus.
Cool.
And I must say, I've said this privately, so this is not to say this here, you have gotten a wonderful age. And I have no doubt, before you would say that.
I agree, I still agree.
Did that earn me a hug? He said we couldn't get a hug.
No, I get the first
I'm
time.
good. So my question is for you, and please feel free to not answer this because you don't want to pour words on the internet. But what has been the most interesting character for you to have played, like from Cylon to your princess to
the most
whatever
interesting from the inside, undoubtedly Lucretia.
Yeah.
Because that was really tricky stuff. She didn't. Her mission was to stay alive, but until that was no longer desirable. So that was the most morally compromised character. The others had some sort of evident integrity. She had no evident integrity. but she had her own integrity in her own mind. So that was very interesting to play.
That was a great character too.
Thank you.
Those characters don't come along.
They're like, no, we didn't like that answer, sorry. I mean, the Cylon was so much more interesting because, you know, the less human, the better. In fact, Cylons were more humanoid than the humans.
You're right.
Oh, they like that. So they like that bit. The cruise ship.
They're just in awe of how beautiful you are.
I'm sure that's it.
See? I would never tell you about
Next
it.
question,
Sure.
Tony.
Hi, Lucy.
Hi, Dollface. You look awesome for your age. I used to watch you when I was a fetus. You just get better.
I have the one question everybody wants to know. Will you do the Xena warrior cry for us?
Still, I'd get it over and done with and not even hesitate. Like, yeah, sure.
Look, this guy's like, I'm leaving now. I've got the cry. Show's over. Tracy?
Hello, Lucy.
Hello, darling.
Okay, so when I was younger, my mom used to watch Xena, and
I have to know what the red ball's about. What is this costume?
I'm Misty or Mister from Pokemon.
Oh, yeah! Hello, Misty. I only want to talk to you by your character names. Okay?
I kind of liked it. You can excuse that.
Misty, yes.
So when I was younger, my mom watched Xena, and so their bride too was kind of like a bonding thing. So I usually would say it was like a childhood ruin kind of thing, but really I found myself very entertained. And I have to know, how did the sci-fi fantasy star become the head madam of Vondersex?
It was a natural transition. I mean, how does she not, really? What do you do? I used to get a lot of letters from judges and lawyers with fetishes. Something about those boots, and it just seemed very obvious. Okay, hey, I have to see a furry party. I have to see this. I so don't believe it.
There's actually one scheduled in the program book. It's a furry meetup before the Rainbow Party Saturday evening. It's in the program, I'm not even kidding.
Awesome.
It's totally gonna happen. There are like two furries in the audience that just fell out. The one furry in the room.
Frauding and fur. That's what is a new word. Something to each of them. Is that good? And they're all, you think. It used to be called frauding, and it happened on
And
subways.
like, so
I think frauding is no noise and no consent.
So you see yourself as a shepherd of the furry community?
I just.
It's lingo for those that aren't really in it, but are...
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
I didn't know the lingo. You know,
Allegedly.
I love that they're, you know, if you ain't talking spit, this is a good thing. Right? Do whatever. If nobody's getting hurt, and you're not lying to you know, nobody's getting hurt, I think, go for it. Right? There's such interesting science panels here, you guys.
Yes.
I'm not kidding. The science panels are like, totally interesting. Oh, and Adventure Time. I am heartbroken. I tried to bust into the press event so I could listen to them in the back, but the door was locked, so I stood there with my ear pressed for like 15 minutes, trying to listen and shushing everybody in the... Lucy Ross is such a bitch. It's Hamilton Board, you fools.
But you do voice work for Adventure Time?
Oh my gosh, I would love to. I don't feel I've ever figured out how to do voice work. It's a different kind of acting, and anyway, I didn't have the right take on it, but I'll we'll figure it out, hopefully.
So you heard it here first. She wants to do voice work. Make it happen. Okay? Okay? Excellent. Tyler, that gentleman right there.
Oh, Miss Lawless.
Hello, darling. I'm glad you didn't leave. We were a little insulted, weren't we, Tony? They're like, he's bored with us.
No, we just have to get up and down after this. Which is one thing I'd like to thank you for. Your show came along at a time and brought humor to me in such a way that it was very, it was a nice catalyst to help me focus on positive things. But I wanted to tell you that I did get the opportunity to see you in Greece, and I thought that was amazing.
Wow, you're a real fan. Amazing.
I also enjoyed your voice work from when you were on The Simpsons playing Lucy Lawless. That was hilarious. To the Xena cartoon that you did, as well as the Wonder Woman work you did at New Frontier.
Oh my gosh, I think he might beat you girls for hardcore hardcore. You have all that stuff too.
But I was just wondering, which you enjoy more, being before the camera or being on stage, or the voice performance?
Like I said, I don't feel I've ever truly figured out voice performance. Being in a musical on stage, when you are singing some duet with some incredibly talented person, that is... Do you remember a time when you believed in romance? Like a time when you were in love, with love. That is the height of romance, and for most of us, it doesn't really exist in the same way it did when you were 15. But when you're singing those, it totally exists, and so that is one of the highest forms of fantasy reality for me.
I agree with you.
You guys dress up, I go do musicals. But
I've been married 30 years, and I agree with your comment on romance. It does change this bad.
it changes.
But my wife and I have always married. We've always been active in the theater.
Awesome.
I'm on stage, and she's usually stage manager, and that's always kept things interesting for us.
Yeah, fantastic. Congratulations on all
Congratulations
those
on 30
scores.
years.
And working together, it's fun.
Hi. Clearly I'm a big fan. I grew up watching Xena with my two older sisters, and recently started rewatching it on Netflix and realized what a huge impact it had on kind of the person that I've become. And
Wow, how come? I'm testing you now. How come? What difference would it have made had you not gotten into that?
Your performance as Xena was really my first exposure to Shiro's and believing in a woman being a hero, being strong, and being able to save the day, with or without the help of other people around her, and in the value of close friendship, because I did not have that until I was probably about 13.
Wow. Did you move around a lot?
No, I just read a lot of books and loved her.
Not this
We
room.
love weird.
That's true. All things here.
Yes.
So now I'm 24, I'm going to be taking the bar exam next year and becoming an attorney, and a lot of people that grew up watching you are like becoming real people and getting more. I really want to know what it's like for you to know that you have affected people like me and many other people around the world with what you did in Xena.
Okay, well the first thing is that I was a jobbing actress, and some very clever people wrote the words, put them in my mouth. People dressed me, people lit me a certain way, they put makeup on me, so that's a composite character of many people's hard work, and I was the lucky local kid who got to play the role. So, and I was paid, so I was just happy doing the gig, you know. The fact that you had the wherewithal and the sensitivity to take lessons out of whatever medium and however it came to you means that you're the smart one, and that you turned that piece of entertainment, you took out the best possible lessons and you actioned them, and you are your hero. Responsible is what I'm saying. I'm not responsible for the good you do, and I'm not responsible for the ill or the stupid things you do based on some other characters that I might play. So, yeah, it's up to you and good for you. I feel proud for you, not of you because I didn't do it, but I feel proud for you. Congratulations. G'day, hi. Yeah, come on, Lucy, for goodness sake.
First of all, I want to thank you for playing such a strong female character in Xena. Secondly, I'm curious, how did you prepare for the significant wardrobe changes between Xena and Spartacus?
I think there might have been like 13 years in between. I had a lot of time to think about it. I was not prepared for the wardrobe changes, except for the corsetry, so I spent half my professional life in corsets. I love modern clothing. I don't really understand the question. I suppose that's the truth. What do you mean? Just, you're going to have to be real simple with me now.
Well, many of your costumes in Spartacus were sheer or revealing, and Xena wasn't so much.
Yeah, what's the question?
So were you asking her about comfortability? Like which you would prefer?
Spit it out, girlfriend. What's your name?
Carrie.
Carrie, come on, it's just us, we're just friends. What?
Trying to keep it PC for the chitlins in the room.
PC for the chitlins, got it. She's already said frottage, we're done.
Frottage.
How did you prepare with being as exposed as you were? Pretty much people seeing everything in Spartacus.
I didn't. I tried to lose weight, but I've just never been able to. Tried to get in shape. Thanks. Whatever. I mean, I tried